Okay, here we are in Paint.net, and I'm going to show you just some really quick and easy ways that you can modify images in this program. I'm not going to get into anything complicated, but these are just some of the things I do when I want to modify an image to use it in a publication. I've opened up a free image from Morgue File, and now let's go up to the first thing I almost always do. I like to see what it looks like posterized. So you click on posterize, and as you can see, it's all the way over to the end. And look at this, it turns it into kind of an interesting illustration. And one of the things that's really neat about Paint.net is you can just slide the amount that you want to posterize something, and say you maybe just wanted a kind of a neat little illustration for summer, something like that, where it's just blurred out. It's more of an illustration than a photograph. You can do that. It's just really kind of fun. Now maybe you don't want to posterize it. Let's just let's click on cancel. Maybe you'd like a different effect, and one of the things that's kind of fun is the ink sketch. And you see, boom, it turns it into an ink and color wash drawing. Now you can lighten up the ink outline, you can make it darker, you can lighten up the color, change it around, just all sorts of things that you could do, just some very simple things to modify a photograph and make it an illustration. Let me go ahead and show you another one. Let's go ahead and open up our coffee cup here. Again, let's just see what it looks like posterized. And you notice it turns it into a pretty cool illustration. You can move it up. Now let me show you another one that you can do. Let's go ahead and click OK on this, and then let's look at changing the color, the hue and the saturation. If you just change the hue, this basically just changes the color. And notice as you slide that along how you can just do some really interesting things with it. I'm just going to click OK. Let me show you another thing that you can do. If you wanted brown tones, you do that, turns it into sepia. Just some really fun things. Now I'm going to click back on this because I'll show you what it looks like if you did the ink sketch on it. And there once again it turns it into kind of a neat drawing. I'm going to remove some of the color, and here again you have an illustration. Let me show you one more. I'm going to take in this picture of this young man. Now this is one area where I really like to modify things into an illustration format. Instead of just a straight picture, I'm going to go up and posterize this one, and you can see how it changes it. If you pull it all the way over to just the two levels, it really makes kind of a neat illustration. I'm going to click OK on this one, and then once again let's go into hue and saturation, and look at how, see, you can just, you can turn things into some really interesting illustrations just moving things along. So just a lot of fun. Let's go ahead, since I was showing it to you, and just go back and do the ink drawing on this one. Ink sketch. And again, there we have an illustration. If we wanted to change the colors of that into adjustments, excuse me, hue and saturation, and change it just however we might want to do it. So you can see this is just a very fun program that will enable you to do all kinds of things. I didn't even go into a lot of the different details, but in all honesty, what I showed you very simply, let me just show you a thing. If you wanted to invert the colors, you can just do some really simple things, just playing with the adjustments, and come up with some great illustrations. So check out Paint.net.